Alright, should get the game loaded up any second, and we can get going. This is the next episode here of Pure Farming 2018. Last time we were working on, let's open up our map here. We were working on field number, let's see which one is it, 1 down here. And I said I would get stuff done off screen, which I have. It's plowed, it is seeded, and it is fully irrigated now. So that field is good to go. I assume we'll fertilize it at some time under the campaign. I don't really know. I also went over to, let's see, where is it? Across this big field. Over here to this pear orchard and did one of the jobs there. Again, I'd already done that. I was just trying to catch us up with where we were at previously. So, that said, we are caught up to where we were previously, and now I am ready to continue. One of the things that needs to be done is our field right over that way needs to be plowed. Got to get rid of all that wheat. Got to get something back in the ground there. So we are going to go pick up the plow. I'm kind of trying to move this game along because we're at a point where we need to, you know, our next job is to transport this wheat to the granary, which we can't do until the wheat is actually grown. So we just kind of need to get things moving along so we can progress in the campaign. Once we get this field plowed, we'll probably go see if we can find another job to do. Might as well get to make some money off of them. Alright, plow should be right in here. Yes, perfect. And we're actually going to try to hire a worker this time. Because that was one of the things that was supposed to be fixed with the update that came out. Let's see, it was like over a week ago now. So we'll see if the worker actually works. There was another update just a few days ago. And I read through the list of what was supposed to be updated, although I don't remember it, so I can't really test if any of those updates did actually work or not. However, I mean, unless we find something that's wrong, that first update that came out really got things to a pretty good point in the game. We got our real-time option. A lot of the issues were fixed. Oh, don't run into any wall or trees. Try to keep our tractor from running into stuff. Alright, now we pull up to the field and we should be able to hire a worker. Nope. So this is what it did last time when I tried to do this. I don't know. I've never been able to figure out. I've never gotten a worker to work on this field. And this is with the new updates too, so I don't know what's up with that. Maybe I'm doing something wrong. There's a very good chance I could be doing something wrong. I think this is all grass, but I'm going to go over it once more just to make sure. Nope. That was definitely wheat stubble. Get rid of a little bit of it. There we go. Alright, let's turn around. What if we go over to like the middle of the field? Can we hire a worker then? Nope. 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 Alright, one last thing I'll try, and then if that doesn't work, then I guess we're going to just do this job by ourselves. This is the way it actually set us up to harvest the field, going across a field like this, so maybe you have to be set up this way. Nope. Alright, so my guess then is because I've actually been able to hire a worker in free farming mode, I'm going to guess that in the campaign mode we have to unlock the ability to hire workers. And since we have not, it hasn't told us how to hire workers or anything yet, maybe that's why. Although now come to think about it, that was how we found out about it in the first place, wasn't it? Let's see, workers. From now on you can hire workers to work on your fields up to 5 people at a time. To hire a worker you must first prepare a set of machines appropriate for the task. Go to the field where you want the job to be done. Right. So that theory's out the window now. I guess we are kind of stuck on that. I'm not really sure why you can't hire a worker on these fields. This was part of the issue that I thought they had fixed in the update, and I don't really understand why you can't hire a worker. There's really no reason I shouldn't be able to hire a worker to do this job. Whoa, that was a little faster than I thought it would be. Well, that's alright. I guess we'll just do the job ourselves. More plowing. This will be like last episode all over again. I really did not intend to plow today because I thought that we would no longer have to. And there's nothing, see, when I was trying to figure out how to hire workers, I came in and looked at this kind of stuff and could not figure any of it out. Hiring employees. See, this is not really helpful. Assign a task to that person. Once the employee is finished, you'll receive a notification. Right, but it won't actually let me hire them, so I don't know. And the key for it, if I remember correctly, the key for it is like J. So I've seen it work before. I've gotten it to work in free farming mode. I just don't know why it won't work in this mode. Or maybe it's just on this field. When I was reading through some of the comments prior to the very first update they put out, people were saying it seemed to work well on some fields and not on others. And this was one of the fields that the worker did not seem to work well on, for whatever reason. I don't know if it's because this is a field you start with. I have no idea. But apparently it has not been fixed yet, because we still cannot hire a worker for this field. And I would really like to. I would like to do something besides plowing today. I just want to get farther into this campaign so we can start to do cool things like buy chicken coops and rabbit hutches and solar panels and wind farms. Some of the other cool things that this game allows you to do. At least I'm hoping it'll allow us to do it in campaign mode. We'll see. We will see. I really have no idea what exactly all of campaign mode is going to entail. I'm hoping it eventually we kind of graduate from Montana and get to take our business to another country. I hope that's part of campaign mode, because that would be really cool. I just don't have any idea what to expect. You guys have seen basically every minute of campaign mode that I have played, except for the little bit of field work I did to catch us back up. So I do not know what to expect, and I haven't actually read much about this game. Some of the stuff I read was I was reading about some of the issues I was having on some of the discussions, but that was just to see if anybody had figured out how to fix or work around them. Which, as far as the worker goes, this was a problem that several people had complained about, and there was no fix for it. So I don't know what to do about this one. Except hope the developers figure out what's going on. Might have to go back to the forums and read about it, see if it's still a problem. I would like to go buy some more fields, but I'm hesitant to really spend much money in this because I don't know. Again, I don't know how much it's going to lead us through this game. If it has plans for our money, if it has investments it's going to want us to do, I don't want to go spend all my money and not be able to do what the game wants me to. For right now, we'll just follow the story mode and see where it leads us. This field we're going to replant. We'll do something besides wheat. We can either do barley or rye. So, I think maybe we'll do barley. Just so we can do something different. We have wheat planted already in that other field number 1. That's going to help us fill this job order for 17,000 pounds worth of wheat. So I think we'll plant barley in this field. Whenever it is that we get done plowing again. 49% done. We're almost there. This field's not too big. So let me know what you guys are thinking of this game. It's been out for a little while now. It's gone through 2 updates. Let me know what you think. Let me know if you're happy with the game. What kind of aspects of the game do you like? What features are you happy to see in there? What would you like to see? What features maybe are you missing out on? Or you feel like you're missing? Are you happy with the way the developers are doing? Or how responsive they are? And those kind of things. I know I've been pleasantly, I don't know if surprised is the right word, but given how some game developers handle feedback, I guess I could say I am a little surprised. I've been fairly happy with the way the developers are responding to the community. I did read a little bit on the Steam forums, and there were posts from the developers on a lot of the questions and comments. And they've done 2 updates. This game's only been out for 2 or 3 weeks now, and they've already done 2 pretty big updates. They addressed a lot of the major concerns people had with the game when it first came out. So, you know, that's what you would hope to see. Now, hopefully they'll get all these kind of little, I don't know if bugs is the right word, out of the game. Things that don't work the way people expect it to or would like it to. Hopefully they'll get all that figured out. And then they can start to work on adding in some of the features that people are missing. But they seem to be fairly responsive and listen well to the community. So that's a good start at least. I don't think you'll see this game taking taking over for Farming Simulator as top dog in the farming simulation genre anytime soon, but this is a good start for a game. And it actually came out as a pretty well-rounded, pretty well-polished game. It did have a few issues, but some of the games that come out nowadays they're not even full games. It's like a test, you know. The features aren't there. Not even half the features are built into the game already, and things like that. That drives me crazy. This game, all the features were here, pretty much, minus a few. And the game worked. Right off the download, when I downloaded this game and installed it, the game worked. So that was, in today's computer gaming world, that's a plus. It's sad that that's a plus, but it is. And there were basically no restrictions on what you could do. There's not a lot of, we said we would give you these features and we will sometime in the future. Pretty much all the features of the game were already built in. The one thing I know that they say is coming soon that I really think needs to be in the game is support for steering wheels and pedals and other game controllers like that. That was one I really would have liked to have seen that built into the game from day one, because you're sitting here driving farm equipment, and anybody who's going to be interested in this game pretty much is, you know, probably has other farming simulation games, so they may already be using a gamepad or a steering wheel or something like that, and they're used to that. So to start this game and not have the ability to use those things, even though you may already have them, that is a little bit on the frustrating side for me, and I know I'm not the only one that feels that way. But one part of the update I do remember seeing is that there were a couple steering wheel and pedal sets that were supposed to be supported after this most recent update. Now, unfortunately for me, it was not any of the ones that I have. But what can you do? Actually, it might be worthwhile just to go in here and see controls. Ah, they did build in the ability to change your key bindings. Well, that's nice. Map, tablet, vehicle selection menu. I could now change my keys so that they match the keys that I'm used to using for other games. These are non-customizable keys. No worries there. Where is the control for whether or not you use the option for controller or not? Did they take that out? Or am I just missing it? I would have thought it would be in controls, but it's not. Well, that's right. Luckily, there's a key binding where you can change that. And it does not look like the steering wheel and pedals are working yet. Didn't expect them to yet, so that's not surprising, but one day we'll get there. I'll be able to play this game with my steering wheel and my pedals, and then you guys will be able to hear the whine of my steering wheel in the background while I'm turning. If you've watched any of my $10 million challenge series, you know what I'm talking about. Almost done with this field here. Then we have to, man, we gotta seed it. And I actually want to cultivate this field first. We still have not cultivated a field. When we got dropped into this game, this field was already ready to harvest, so the first thing to do was harvest. Then when they had us work field 1 and get it ready for wheat, they didn't have us cultivate. We plowed and then we went straight to seeding. So I definitely would like to cultivate this field just to see what that looks like. And how the tractor acts with the cultivator and things like that. If we even have a cultivator. I hope we do. If I remember right, in this game, you don't have to plow every time. Which means we may not have needed to actually plow this field. I don't know. But this gets our equipment all in one place. I don't like having my equipment spread out. Then I have to try to remember what shed I put it in. And my memory's not good enough for that. And then I don't know, at some point we're probably going to have to take advantage of the time system. And move time along a little bit. So we can actually get to harvesting that field and move our campaign along. But let's see what there is to do. This will finish off the plowing. Perfect. Fold the plow up. And park it up in the shed. Now, I do not see a cultivator. Well, I guess we're not going to cultivate then, are we? Well. Detach. I do like how when you have an implement kind of up in the air on the 3-point, it lowers it down while it detaches it. Looks nice. Let's take a look and see if we can find any jobs to do. I wouldn't mind going and doing a job real quick. Here's one down here. Barley harvest. That could be kind of fun. What is this green icon here? Grain silo 2. Oh, interesting. We own that grain silo as well. I did not know that. All right, let's go up here. There's one question mark up here. Run in the engine. Both reward $10,000. This could be kind of... Let's go check this one out. I have no idea what's going to be required. I don't really... Let's see. Yeah, let's take the truck. We don't use the truck very much, so we're going to use it. Why not? We'll go up there and see what's required of this job. Whoa. If it requires something a little too much, then we may not accept it right away. If we have to have a certain piece of equipment. Whoa. Super crazy turning. Probably because I'm trying to turn it 50 miles per hour. Where is he? Up here somewhere? Behind the store. We must have to go... Do we have to work on this piece? We have to take it to our workshop and work on it? Well, let's find out first. See what he has to say.
I believe we can make a deal.
Hey man, the thing is, the DAF must be ready for a customer as soon as possible. This guy is on his way already. You can imagine that I don't want to lose this deal. The customer is coming from another state to buy our last remaining model. The problem is the engine must be run in first. I admit that my commission on this deal is quite nice, so I can offer you quite a lot for doing this. All you have to do is drive the usual route and get back to the parking lot. What do you say? Get in the truck and reach the designated points. Well, that sounds easy. Let's hop in and take the DAF for a drive. Let's open up our menu here so I can see what my next task is. Reach point number 1. Let's try not to run the DAF into anything. Whoa, there we go. Point number 1. Done. Reach point number 2. This is basically going to be drive around the map. So it said run in the engine, which I did not know what they meant by that, but I would call it breaking in the engine, I guess. It's like a brand new vehicle and you need to break in the engine a little bit. Point 3. We're going to drive around the entire map. That's what it looks like. This is where a steering wheel would be really, really nice. Alright. That was point 4. Coming up on point 5. Wonder how many points there are. It's probably going to be quite a few because we have to get all the way around the map. So there's the shed where we took the pear harvest. That was quite the easy job. You're like, whoa, does that count? Point number 6? No. Point number 6. I was doing pretty good up until then. Point 6. Alright. Now, point 7. Here's the other guy that has a job for us. Barley harvest. That sounds like we're going to have to run a harvester. That's pretty easy. Whoa, whoa. Driving the semi out of control. Whoops. On this map, pretty much everything has collisions on it. You cannot run over anything except for signs. You can run over signs. I don't know what the deal is in farming simulation games with running over signs. It's like a thing. Everybody makes their signs so you can run them over. I guess that works. It's fun. I don't know. Like, do people enjoy the running over signs thing? I guess. We have 57 minutes left to complete this job, so my guess is that's not going to be a problem whatsoever. Although, I would like to stop real quick. Whoa, did you hear the brakes go off? That was nice. Skidding a little bit. I wonder where it's going to take us after this. If we're going to go... See, these portions of the map look like they're meant to be opened up. So, we'll have to see where we go here after point number 9. Is it going to take us up into the other portions? We unlock part of the map? Or are we going to drive around this circle drive and turn around and go back? There's 9. 10 is back this way, so... And it's 1,300 yards away, so I'm guessing point 10 must be back at the mechanic shop or somewhere close. Yep. We just have to get back up there. Well, that was a little bit of a letdown. I was hoping it was going to unlock the new portions of the map for us. It led us all the way over here to the very edge of the map where there's nowhere to go. And then says, yeah, now just get back to the mechanic shop on your own. It's not very nice. And we will take whatever back roads we can to get over there. Oh, fertilizer shop. Nice, nice. Here's the gas station. We're back on the main road, so I guess we can just take this main road back now. Although it'd probably be quicker to keep cutting across country. I wonder what you have to do to unlock the portions of the map there. Probably progress further in the campaign, but specifically, you know, I wonder how they do that. Do you have to make a delivery across the way and then it opens it up for you? Find out. Maybe, sometime. Tell you what, this game is fun. I am definitely enjoying... Whoa! This thing takes a while to stop, which is good. It should take a while to stop, but I wasn't expecting it. I'm enjoying playing this game. This campaign mode is fun. It is fun to do this. It's kind of a unique feature in farming simulation games. Not many of them have a story mode built into the game, you know, and it's fun. Alright, that's that guy's job done. Did we open up any more jobs? Still, I think all I can see is still just the one job down here. And I think we're going to go do it. We'll see if that unlocks any more jobs. If it doesn't, then we'll be back to doing field work. I know that if this job is a barley harvest, we're going to end up doing field work anyway. But I don't really want to do a bunch of field work in this episode because that's what we did last time. I'd rather do something else, a little different if we can. But if not, then we'll just have to do it because you gotta do what you gotta do to get the stream moving along. I am going to actually run down to this guy first and see if I can figure out what it is he wants us to do. I'm feeling like I may have to drive my combine harvester down there to actually harvest the barley. But I don't know. It may just be a move barley from one place to another kind of thing. I'm not sure. I think the one where we had to move the pears, I think, was called pear harvest. We didn't actually harvest any of the pears. We just moved them from where they were being stored into a different storage place. So I need to know, do I need like my tractor and my trailer? Do I need my combine? What do I need to bring down here? Here he is. Hello, sir. I need to catch a plane to Colombia. Whew, business. You know how it is. I have a task for you. Could you harvest the barley from my field? It would be a pity if such wonderful crops were wasted. Once you've harvested the crops, you need to deliver them to the warehouse near the train station. Not for free, of course. What do you say? I say we're going to do it. But since we have to both harvest and transport, I'm going to decline it for the minute, for right now, and run back to the farm and grab the combine. Now, I probably could have just accepted the job. In this game, because of the real-time option, you have so long to do these jobs that as long as you keep it in real time, you're in no danger of failing the mission because of time. Before they added the real-time option, you still had quite a bit of time, but there was a chance that you could actually fail. We'll get our harvester, we'll head down there, and I'm going to guess we'll probably just wait till the harvester is full, and then we'll come back and get the trailer. Exit. To the combine. I was thinking this was what it would be. I'm not surprised. I was correct in thinking that we would actually have to harvest it. I'm going to hop in cab for this part. We'll drive down there in cab. However, if we didn't need to get the harvester, I didn't really want to drive the harvester down there because, as you can see, this thing is not fast. What do we top out at? 11? miles per hour? Yeah, not fast at all. Cruise control. Pretty sure the cruise control key changed. Could be wrong, but I really thought that used to be the shift key, not the caps lock key. Alright, let's see if we can get down here. Alright, we made it. And before we take this, I am going to I'm not actually going to pause the stream, but I need to take care of something real quick, so I will be back in just a minute. For those of you who end up watching this later on YouTube, I apologize for the little pause that's going to happen here, but feel free to skip forward a little bit. I will be right back. Alright guys, I'm back. Sorry about that. Get out. There we go. And let's go accept this job now. I have 3 hours to harvest and transport all of this. Should not be a problem. Alright, let's hop in. What's my task? Harvest the farmer's barley field. This looks like a large field. It's going to take a little while. This may be... yeah, this is probably the biggest field we have ever done in this game. This definitely looks bigger than field 1. Alright, turn it on. Work. And lower the front. There we go. Off we go. Cruise control is set, and we should be good to harvest. This field is going to take a little while. Oh yeah. But still should not be a problem. In real time, 3 hours to get this done should not be a problem at all. I wonder where we have to transport the crops to grain silo number 2. That's the one we have not been to yet. That I looked at on the map and said, I didn't even know we owned that. Am I missing anything? Nope. It's kind of weird how the camera spins like that. Alright, and I'm not too worried about missing anything. Sorry, that's not what I meant to say. I'm not too worried about making the straw at the ends all nice and neat because I don't think we're going to come back and bale this. We didn't even bale our own. We don't have a baler, so hopefully that's not part of this job. We're going to have to get our own baler sometime so we can start baling this stuff up. I assume you have to utilize the straw to take care of the animals or of some sort. That would make sense. I really want to get into the animals, at least, you know, chickens and rabbits, and just see what is involved in taking care of those. You kind of have to build their little coops or hutches, whichever one it is. And I don't know what kind of care you have to provide for them. If you have to provide food, bedding, I don't know, I'm not sure. I want to see what this game involves. But with following the story, it would be probably kind of nice to start in free farming mode, just because then we could see, we could do whatever we wanted and see the different features that we want to check out without having to actually advance there in the game. But this is such a unique gameplay mode, I really want to play it. Plus, you know, it's when you're playing in the regular, you know, free farming mode, I guess, that's just like all the other farming games out there. You know, everything is unlocked. All you gotta do is have enough money and you can buy whatever you want and do whatever you want. This whole element of having to unlock things is really kind of cool. It feels more like a game that way. Whereas with, you know, Farming Simulator, mainly, what it really feels like is that I'm satisfying my itch to drive tractors. It's not necessarily a game per se. Let's see. Go to that. Yep. That's not what I wanted to do. Go. We gotta pick up the trailer. Here it is. All my equipment is really, really dirty again. Alright, so the collisions are a little off on that, because I did not actually hit that thing. This job is gonna require a lot of transporting. I was only able to do one round and most of another pass. So not even a round and a half, and the harvester is already full. And there's no help in this. And because it's a task, we can't hire a worker to do the harvesting. So we are going to be doing a lot of transporting. This job may take us 3 hours after all. I think my camera just moves around randomly on its own. So up here is where I would like you to stay, camera. Thank you. And we are on 12 gallons of gas. Now, at this point, in the first time I was playing through this stuff, we would have already had to have filled up like 2 or 3 times by now. We still haven't filled up yet, I don't think. So that's better. The gas usage was insanely high before the first update. I'm glad they added that in. And get back in the combine so we can unload. There we go. See how full this gets the trailer. Not very. Okay. We should be able to fit at least one more load, if not more, in that trailer before we have to send him off to unload. Turn it on. Start the work mode. Lower the header. And off we go. And I need to make an adjustment. This camera, where is it? The mouse moving the camera around seems really, really touchy now. Camera sensitivity. Let's crank that down a little bit. Seems like it's moving way too much for my liking. Let's try that. Overall, I don't know. We'll see. The mouse sensitivity felt okay to me. That's better. That's a little better. Something just did not feel right about that. It's like I was moving the mouse. You had to move the mouse a good amount just to get the camera to move, but then the camera would keep moving after you had moved the mouse. It was weird. It's weird. Little things like that, I think, are some of the things they still need to get figured out. Maybe I don't have the settings right. I don't want to necessarily say it's all on the developers, but you know, that is something that's not that difficult. You don't have to worry about trying to get all your settings just right in other games, and it seems to work just fine. So that's something that I think they could probably smooth out a little bit. "85% of this field left to go." I'm trying to figure out how many times we're going to have to unload. We've already unloaded once, and we're 85% of the field left to go. So that means, let's see, 6 times probably. 6 or 7 times unloading. Which means we're probably going to have to drive to the silo where we're storing this 3 times. Maybe 4 times. I kind of like not being in cab and doing this, but the cab view is pretty nice. quieter. Looks pretty good. And we are probably going to fill up on this pass, maybe? No, not quite. Maybe. We'll see. I'm not going to make a definitive, because then I'll be wrong. We may or may not fill up on this pass. There you go. That covers all the bases. I do want to take a look at the menu system. Has a nice setup where you can see what the profitability of your fields are. And we are full. Hey, we're going to fill up on this pass. I was right. To the tractor. Now we can do this from in cab. We have 7,000 pounds in the trailer, and it looks like we're about a third full. So it looks like we should be able to unload the combine 3 times before we have to run off and empty out. So this field was fully everything. Plowed, cultivated, sowed, fertilized, irrigated. And the yield seems to be pretty good because we are having to unload quite a bit. Also, I wish you didn't have to be in the combine for it to actually unload. But it makes sense because it turns the combine off that you can't unload without somebody being in here. But I still wish it would unload. Lower it, and off we go. Too bad this isn't our field. Actually, I don't know. Maybe it's good that this isn't our field. We're gonna make $10,000 off this job, and I'm not sure if you would make $10,000 off this field or not. Whoa, 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 whoa! Wrong button. There we go. It's hard to say. This field's a lot bigger than the field number 3 that we harvested in the very, very, very first episode. But what did we made $3,000 off of that. We harvested, if I remember correctly, now this is going back a little ways, if I remember correctly, we harvested about 13,000 pounds worth of wheat. Wheat and barley, I know, are going to be different prices, but they're usually fairly comparable in price, so, well, at least they are in other games. I don't know if they are in this game or not. We're already up to 14,000 pounds in the trailer. And if we take 3 trailer loads, I mean, we would probably make close to the same if this was our field and we were harvesting it and selling the grain, maybe? I don't know. We'll see. It's hard to say. Almost 30% of the field done. Seems like we've been doing this for a while already. And we're only 30% done with the field. Oh well. It's a job. Pays us money. This will get us up over 60,000. Which I think will be the most money we have ever had in this story mode. Pretty sure we started with like 50,000, and after selling the grain That only gave us like 3,000. So I think the most we've ever had is maybe 54,000, something like that. And then we went and spent a bunch of it buying 2 trailers. What we need now is a trailer to be able to fertilize our fields. I don't know what trailer it is that does that. We have the trailer for spraying pesticides on the orchards, because we had to use that one. But I have not seen a fertilizer trailer yet. Well, I take that back. We probably have seen it, because we probably went by it in the store. But haven't seen one actually in the game yet and purchased. And the game didn't tell us to fertilize our field, which I feel is a little odd. Shouldn't we be fertilizing? I feel like we should. Get in the tractor. So we're not going to be able to fit 3 full loads, I don't think. Those slider bars seem a little off. The first load and the second load were exactly the same size, but the first load looked like I was around a third full, and after the second load it looks like I am 80 to 85% full. Can we jump? Nope. Still can't jump. I thought that was one of the things they were going to add in an update, was the ability for your character to jump. At least I couldn't jump hitting any of the keys that I tried. And there's no key that comes up that says jump, so I'm assuming you still cannot jump. Alright. Transport. Is that what it's telling us right now? Transport the crops to grain silo number 2. This job is a little different, because it's not actually helping us out quite as much as it has before. It's still telling me to harvest the field, but I can't really harvest anymore until I transport this. So usually at this point it would come up and say, it would pop that little marker over to silo number 2 and say, here's where you need to go. That's alright though. I know where I'm going. It's right over there. Pretty much right in front of us. £17,600. And with the big old number 2 on it. Yep, this is the one. So if we sold this, I'm going to guess 17,000 pounds. Let's see, that's almost 9 tons. So we'll have to go look at the price for barley. Drop. iPad. Stock market. That's not the stock market. Where's that at? There we go. Barley is 510 for 4 tons? What? Is that telling us how much we have? Must be telling us how much we have. It's 510. I would assume that's per ton then. We have to have more than 4 tons. Let's get back into that. Hold on. I'm still trying to figure out exactly how this game works. 8 tons. There we go. And the price must be $510 per ton, I'm going to assume. So that would be about $4,000 we could earn for that load. If we have to make 4 trips, so if this was our field, we could maybe make $6,000 off of 16. Sorry, that's terrible math. $16,000 off of it. Instead, we're getting paid 10 to do it, but we didn't have to buy the field, so you know that's a big money saver. Fields are not cheap, even in this game. Although in this game they are way cheaper than Farming Simulator. And back into the field. I almost wish there was a way you could turn the straw off from the combine, because when we're doing a job like this, there's really just no need to have the straw. We're not going to do anything with it, so might as well spread it so that you can cultivate it under, or plow it under better. Unload the rest of what's in here. There we go. And off we go again. And there we go. This whole the cruise control had to have been shift before, because that is what I am stuck hitting. I keep hitting it thinking that's the cruise control, and it's not. It's caps lock now, which is interesting because I don't think I actually changed that key binding, so it must have changed with the update. Well, if we can get this field harvested in this live stream, then maybe before the next live stream I can go get field number 3, the field we started with. I can get that planted, since we saw all the steps of planting it, or planting a field at least. We've seen them all before. Missing stuff. I was hoping I could get this all in one pass. I think I might be able to. It's just really close. Oh yeah, we're getting it. We are getting it. And this will get us almost, well, kind of close to halfway done with the field. We only have another 50% of the field left to do. No big deal. This is a big field. I wonder how much this field costs to buy. Also, I wonder how big it actually is. How many acres is this field? Whoa, don't be missing stuff now. Don't be missing stuff now. Crazy. Driving all over the place. And we are full again. This is where I need a helper. Course play. When are you going to come out for this game? That would be nice, wouldn't it? I don't see that happening, but we'll see. Stop it. Crazy camera. Back into the combine. It's going to be a lot of work for $10,000, considering that we got $10,000 just for driving the DAF around the map, this is way more work for the same price. Who decided to do this job anyway? Gotta do it. Gotta make money. If there's any like reputation system, I think I remember reading something about their doing jobs and improving your relationship with the community, or helping improve the community, or something like that, which would be really cool if that is true. Some benefit to you doing jobs besides just the money that you get from it. In Farming Simulator, you build up a reputation with the farmer, and then it gives you cheaper fields. So that's a definite benefit, which you basically need in that game because the fields are ridiculously expensive. It's probably not the best to drive your combine on a hill like that. Just gonna throw that out there. Unless you like rolling your combine, which can't imagine that would be a fun experience. Hey, we're over halfway done with the field. This is going pretty fast. It would go a lot faster if we didn't have to unload every round and a half. But then again, all that means is the yield is really good, which as a farmer, when do you not want a good yield, right? So we probably shouldn't complain about good yields. I wonder if barley yields better than wheat does, too. I don't know. It's hard to tell without knowing the sizes of the field. Filled up yet again. And this time, I'm pretty sure we're going to have to take the tractor or take the grain to the silo. Well, maybe. It's close. Yep, we will. We will. We've already been at this for almost half an hour. This job is a long one. All the other jobs have been pretty quick so far. The first one, I guess, took a little while. Not all that long, but it did take a little while. But there was different stuff to do. You were going in. You had to get the couple different trailers, and I don't know, it just kept it mixed up a little bit. The pear job, that was easy. You just had to drive back and forth from the holding place to the shed 4 or 5 times. That was easy. This one is easy, not that hard, but it is taking a good amount of work to actually complete this one. This job, I feel like, should be worth $15,000 or $20,000. Should be worth a little more than driving the DAF around the map. This is 2 full loads, 35,000 pounds worth of barley. At least the silo's not that far away. That would be really annoying if the silo was halfway across the map or something. These silos hold quite a bit, looks like. I wonder, we've never really had the chance to try it, but I wonder, once you have one type of grain in here, since there's only actually one silo right now, can you only hold that one type of grain that you start with? Like, so for this one, barley. Once we put barley in here, can we come in and put wheat in here or not? I don't know. We'll have to test that out on our own farm sometime. Because that could kind of change how you plan what you plant. If you know, generally I'll plant multiple types of grain, but if you can only store one type of grain, if you only have that one silo, then that might not be a great idea. Because you'd have to directly sell one of the types of grain. You wouldn't be able to store it and wait for a better price. Off to the combine yet again. Alright, we're not going to pull up under the pipe this time because the combine doesn't have very much in it, and I don't want us to be in the way. So we're just going to pull up in here and then go get in the combine. We got work to do. On, lower. Go. Gomselmash. This is supposed to be a real brand, I guess. I don't really know. I've really never heard of this brand. But in the advertisement and stuff for this game, it says that all the equipment in here is real brands. So I'm going to trust that they're not just outright lying about that. There we go. Maybe we'll unload a little bit as we drive over the trailer here. It'll keep us going just a little bit longer. Only 40% of the field left. And unload. Yeah. Well, we didn't unload very much, but we did unload a little bit. Let me know, guys, what you think of the game, and also what else is out there that you guys are interested in. Is there any other games you're really interested in and like to play? Anything coming out soon that you're really looking forward to? I can't say that there's any games coming out soon that I am really looking forward to. I'm going to go ahead and stop here, actually, while we unload a little bit, since we're right here. You know, the next release that I'm probably really looking forward to is, well, whatever ends up coming out first. I would like to see Cattle and Crops in a more finished form. Right now, or at least the last time I was playing it, there just wasn't much to do. It has a decent mission system in it, too. At least it seemed like it did. But other than that, all you really could do was silage and buy and sell cows. So I would like to see that in a more finished version, with other crops and things that you can harvest. So I'm excited for that to come out. I'm really hoping that that game is not a letdown. This game has a lot to offer, and I like what this game is. This game feels just a little bit more arcadey to me than Farming Simulator. There's lots of stuff to do, and that makes up for it. Lots of different farming styles of farming, lots of different equipment and stuff, completely different things. Harvesting coffee and rice and olives. That's cool. That kind of makes up for the fact that the game itself and the actual driving and all that still feels a little bit like an arcade game. Cattle and Crops at least for me, I'm hoping it's going to be on the other end of the spectrum from Farming Simulator. So while this game offered more to do, but is kind of arcadey in it, I'm hoping Cattle and Crops will be more realistic than Farming Simulator is, and provide a more realistic experience. We'll see. So since I'm counting on it for that, I'm just really hoping it's not a massive letdown. So far, what I've played of it, I like. The way that you drive, the way that things handle in the game seems to be okay. There's a lot that still needs to be done, but the game's not released yet, so there's still time to do it. And I'm okay if there's not as much to do, as if the driving physics and all that kind of stuff is better. But there's still got to be enough to do to make the game fun. And just doing silage and cows, that's not enough. So if you guys have flat out, yeah, for what it is, yes, right now it costs quite a bit. Especially given there's not a whole lot to do in the game. I 100% agree with you. If you're like me, I think a lot of other people, we paid that up front knowing or hoping that there was going to be some development going on, continued development to improve what was there in the game. Do I have any mods for this game yet? No, I don't. I haven't gotten into modding this game. I'll have to go out and look and see what there is for it. Right now, I'm just trying to figure out this game, and what it has to offer. It's a little different, and I'm really enjoying this story mode. So I'm trying to just play with that and see what it's got to offer. What kind of mods are there available for it? Have you checked any of them out yet? This harvester, backing this harvester up over any kind of distance, not a great idea. I probably should not have done that. Back to forward. There we go. Really want to get this field done. I think once we get this field done, we'll probably call it an end to the stream, because we've been on here for a little while, but we still have a quarter of this field left to go. Wow, this field is big. So those are the games that are out that I'm looking forward to, or that are coming out. The next one after Cattle and Crops will be FS19. I'm curious to see what that's going to be like. From the screenshots they've released, I'll be excited to see the new graphics engine, but I hope they also make some improvements to the game itself. What would be really nice, I'm still waiting for there to be one farming simulation game that does it all well. It might be a little too much to ask for, but I'm hoping. So there is, you were going to buy it, this game is good. Mod site. Okay, I'll have to check out the mod site and see what kind of mods there are for this, and if I can find any that'll make the game a little more. Oh, and thanks for the sub. Thank you. I hope you enjoy the content. This is most of the live streaming I've done on here, because it was new and I kind of wanted to get it out there for people without having to take the time to edit it. But I have the $10 million challenge for Farming Simulator that you could check out too. I'm hoping at the very least that these kind of games will push Farming Simulator to up their game a little bit. Farming Simulator is the most polished, it's the one that's been out the longest. So it's, in my opinion, it's got the best chance of being the one Farming Simulator game that could do everything, but they've got to up their game. The Platinum map for FS19 should be scrapped. I will say I'm not a huge fan of that map either. But yeah. Again, I think it goes back to Giants. They've had no real competition for so long. They need other games out there in their genre that are actually good, so they can, they'll have incentive to actually start really making a better game. And I don't want to make Giants sound bad. They do a good job of making a game. Their games work, they work well, and they work well on computers that don't have really great hardware. I've played Farming Simulator on computers that don't have great graphics cards, so I appreciate that a lot. But they just seem like they take their time developing everything. And again, I think it's because they don't have a lot of competition. This game does get good views. I think people are excited to see a game out there to see if it can challenge Farming Simulator. And there's been a lot of games come out over the past 2 to 3 years, and the theme is always basically the same. Like, can this game challenge Farming Simulator or not? So far, nobody's been able to do it. But the Pure Farming and Cattle and Crops, what's got me excited about those is they're new developers. Some of the games that have come out over the past couple of years that people wondered, hey, is this going to challenge Farming Simulator or not? They were developed by the same people who had developed AgSim. And although AgSim was really the only competition I've ever really seen for Farming Simulator, because the game didn't work very well, none of their games worked very well, and you had to have a really high-end computer to be able to run it, it could never really challenge it. So even though they got new publishers and things like that, it was still the same development group, and I never really felt like those games were going to challenge Farming Simulator at all. This game, I don't feel like will challenge Farming Simulator, really, because to me this feels like a different kind of game. As I said, it feels a little more arcadey to me. I think it's going to appeal to the less hardcore Farming Simulator fans who just want lots of things to be able to do. And are not really super... They don't care that much if the physics are all that great and whatnot, as long as there's a lot to do. Giants needs to ask what players would like in the game. Agreed, 100%. About this time every year, or every 2 years, there's threads going out all over the internet, on Steam, on Giants forums, and things like that, of what would you like to see in the next farm sim. And it's funny, if you go back and read those, some of the things people are asking for, they've been asking for years. And, if the same thing pops up year after year after year, then people want it. How have you not added it into the game yet? The FS19 will be the sixth version of Farming Simulator, and people have been asking for some of the stuff in those forums since the version 1 and 2. So I do wish Giants would do just a little better job of listening to the community and actually trying to add in the things we're asking for. They do add in stuff every year. They do a nice job of that. The game gets better every year, which that's something you can't really complain about. They make the game better every year. But I agree. I wish they would pay a little bit more attention to what the community was actually asking for. I mean, you know, we're just the people that play the game. We're not that important, right? That's one thing about this game that's made me really happy so far, is the developers seem to be doing a really good job of listening to the community, and I hope that continues. %12 left in this field. Man, this is a big field. This is taking us a long time. We're going on almost 45 minutes of actually harvesting. I think it took us a couple minutes to get to the field, but we've been harvesting this field for almost 45 minutes. So I'm curious. So I think what I'm going to do, we'll finish up this field. We'll probably call it an into the stream there. And then off screen, I'm going to go take care of our field number 3, I think it is. The very first field we did any work on. We harvested it in the first episode. And we just plowed it. I'm going to go take care of that off screen. We'll get it seeded and irrigated. Yeah, the updaters, yeah, flat out. The updaters are putting out updates to this game pretty quickly. I mean, the game's only been out for 2 or 3 weeks, and they've already done two big updates. So, yeah, kudos to them. And the first update was basically all addressing issues that people had brought up. There were things about the game that people didn't like. The time system was one of them. And they addressed it right away. So kudos to the developers for that. Then when we come back for whenever the next live stream is, when we come back, I don't know what we'll be ready to do. If there's any more jobs, maybe we can do some of those, or we might just have to fast forward time and move this along a little bit. All right. 6%. Can we finish this off? I doubt it. Nope. Close. We're going to have to come back up the field again. Do I have many hours on this game? Oh, I would have to check with my Steam. Hold on, I'll actually check on that for you. Not... Whoop. Pretty much almost every hour I've played on this game so far has been in a live stream. So, however many hours of live stream I have in here is basically how many hours I've played this game. Oh, that's not true. I've played it in free farming mode a little bit. So, let's see, hours in game, 62 hours. Now, that's what Steam is giving me credit for, 62 hours, I guess. That's not entirely correct. I was going to say, because that makes it seem like I've played quite a bit already. That I've left the game paused while I've gone out and done things. So of that 62 hours, I don't know, I've probably played maybe 12 to 15 hours of actual playing. Me in-game doing stuff. I've played some in the free farming mode off-screen, just trying to see, a little bit more about the game. Oh, I didn't... There's like one tiny little strip that I missed. It's too full. I wanted to see some of the features that are available that you just don't have access to because we're not far enough along in the campaign. And you know, I want to see some of the other equipment that's built into the game. I want to be able to play around with it. And in campaign mode, it's going to take us a little while to get there, which is fine. So I kind of wanted to see what some of that stuff had to offer. So I've played a little bit in free farming. But most of my time, I've probably only played maybe 2 or 3 hours in free farming mode at most. Most of my time has been spent in this campaign mode and in the stream. So you guys have been able to see pretty much almost all of the play that I've done. Why didn't that work? That's weird. Why is this not working? Ah, because the harvester's not on. That'll do it. I turned everything else on and didn't turn the actual harvester on. Oh. We've actually done enough of the harvest to satisfy the mission, but because I don't like to leave stuff in the field, I'm gonna harvest it anyway. Did I pre-order the game? Yes, by about 24 hours. So I did not pre-order it way ahead of time. I saw this game come out, or I saw when they announced they were going to make this game, and I had followed along with a lot of the development stuff. Because, you know, I wanted to know if it was going to be good or not. And they were offering a pre-order bonus. Or they were offering, yeah, something like that. They were offering a bonus. Anyway, there was an incentive to do it, to pre-order it. So I did pre-order it about 24 hours or so before the game actually released. So I got the Germany map and I don't know, some other stuff, I think. I'm curious to see what the Germany map is for. I haven't even looked at it. No idea. As I said, you know, most of what I've done you guys have seen. So if you haven't seen me do it in a live stream, then I probably haven't done it yet. Oh, there we go. The only thing I really have done in one of my free farming modes, I wanted to be able to like check out the olive harvest. So I started up one of my free farming modes in Italy, so I could do an olive harvest. Although I haven't gotten there yet. I bought the orchard and I've been taking care of the orchard, but it hasn't been ready to harvest yet. What do you do on the Germany map? Is there, like, because each little area has its own special type of crop that you can harvest. The Germany map has one field. That's interesting. Is it, like, huge? Now you're intriguing me. I'm gonna have to go check out the Germany map when I'm done with the stream just to see what it looks like. Drop this off. This should complete the job for us, so we should actually get paid. Done. Barley harvest is completed. Let's check that out. Got that one done. Got $10,000 for it. Took care of the farmer's tasks. So you received $10,000. Perfect. Sometimes after the completion of a side task, the farmers that you receive the tasks from put their fields up for sale. Well, that sounds like it's telling us that because that field is up for sale. So I think we should go check that out real quick. And I guess I just get to keep the rest of this almost 8,000 pounds of barley. The map is not very big, or the field is not very big, medium. Okay. Tell you what, let's go. We're going to leave this map for now. No. I want to go see if we can buy that field or not. I would at least like to see how big that field is and how much it would sell for. And then we're probably going to go check out the Germany map, because now you're making me want to go look at it. Field number 36 has a value of 30,000. What about this field over here? What field number is it anyway? Can't even see. I'm zoomed out as far as I can in the mini map and I can't see anything. $53,000. That's not too bad. We could actually buy that. This is a big field. This would get us a lot of crops. Alright, we're going to leave this stuff here for now. Save the game. Because you're making me want to go check out the Germany map. So I'm going to have to go check it out. Save the game. There we go. We'll go into free farming mode, and I just want to see this Germany map that only has one field. What do you do in Germany? Does it have like a special thing? Whoa, maybe not. There we go. Alright, let's check out the challenges. Maybe that'll give us a clue. Nope, there's no challenges in Germany. So, no, that will not give us a clue at all. Montana. I'm still in challenges. Go to free farming. There we go. Germany. I won't actually save this. So, the fact that I just started with $5 million is not that big of a deal. I just want to see what Germany has to offer and what there is to do. Since it was one of the bonuses for ordering the game. Load up, load up. Whoa. That's weird. Alright. Map. That's it. That's the entire... Okay. That's the entire map. That is tiny. You're right. There is only the one field. With a food market, a wool purchase center. So I guess that's... You must be able to do sheep. A grain warehouse. Animals and fruits. Gotcha. Milk. The logistics center. So you've got chickens, rabbits, sheep. Oh, prepared fodder. That's nice. So you actually have to make something for them. Is there cows? Yep, there's cows. Wow. I'm definitely not complaining. I like that there's a butcher, so you can also sell them. Definitely not complaining. But I kind of expected this to be a little bit bigger than that. That's alright though. So basically all you do on Germany is use this field to make the food for the cows and the sheep, I'm guessing. That's pretty much the whole purpose of it. And that's really weird. Why did my screen go all weird on me? There we go. Hopefully that fixed that for you guys. Sorry about that. Not really sure why I did that. Huh. Well, I guess that's the Germany map. Do you start with the same equipment? Looks like it. Well, probably except the harvester. Nope, there's the harvester. So yeah, you pretty much start with the same equipment. And one tiny little field. Wow, alright. There's Germany for you. I don't know that I will really... Yeah, maybe it gets extended later. Maybe. I don't know that I'll do much of any playing on this map when I record, but I might have to check it out on my own just to see what it's all about. So anyway, I'm gonna go ahead and call it an end to the stream here. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you end up watching it later, I hope you enjoy as well. Leave your comments below, and just tell me what you think about the game and what you think about the stream. So thanks for watching. And I will see you guys next time I'm streaming.